fighting for things that you feel is right. So I love a lot of those themes. A real good feel good movie. And yeah, I think that's what I really love about it. It's just I love the based on the true stories. I love a good feel good and good developmental movie, good themes. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great movie to watch anytime.
Yeah, it's really enticing, isn't it? Really engaging. I don't know, it just pulls you in, you know. So you've got the lights off, you just fall into that world, and it's just, I don't know, it's just, it's really dramatic at times, very emotional, but it's just really lovely as well. Just about connection. You know, you can't go wrong. Film that pulls that off is it's always going to be good. So let's look at my stepson Ezra's list. So he has got If, so the Imaginary Friends movie with Ryan Reynolds in, and an amazing female actress. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but that was really good. You know, imaginary friends can still be seen, and it's about reconnecting them with their adults. You know, the adults where they've moved on from when they were kids. I just thought it was so unbelievably lovely, and Jess, I know you've seen that, but it was so sweet, and I just felt so nice afterwards. And even though it's about loss, you know, losing parents and dealing with that as a child and the trauma of it all, just thought it was packaged really nicely. What were your thoughts on If?
I definitely agree. Callie Fleming,
Ah,
that was
yes,
the,
Fleming, yes, yes.
and I think it was a good movie to kind of spark that that joy and hope. You know, there's those moments in our lives where we're told to stop believing or we grow out of it for whatever reason. So it was nice to see that joy and spark also brought, like you said, hard times come in life, but looking for the light. And even if the little things and joys are your imaginary friends from childhood past, it's a very delightful movie.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, I rewatched the trailer earlier because Ed was trying to decide where it would be on his list, and he's like, "Oh my god, it was so good, wasn't it?" I was like, I'm glad I got mentioned here today. Right, let's whack out the six now. So I got Deadpool and Wolverine. That's in my sixth spot. So it might seem low to people, but I had the stuff above it. I do feel deserves it. So we'll be covering that later on today. But I mean, who hasn't heard about it? And you're gonna have an opinion either way. I mean, there's cameos everywhere, and really amazing sequences and things like that. I rewatched it a second time and thought I was a bit mean the first time. So I always recommend watching things a second time if you can, because you may see it differently. So, and Jess, obviously, you know, that's going to be part of one of your lists later on. But were you going into that thinking it was going to be amazing, or did you go in going, I know I'm going to have a good time? Did you put any pressure on it, do you think, or not?
I think maybe there was a lot of hype around it, and I didn't really know what to believe. I was curious about the storyline. I know that. I was like, how are they going to pull this off? So that was probably my biggest part of that is curiosity.
Yeah, the storyline was yeah, hard to grasp at times, but I could see what they're doing because I'd watched so much Marvel previously. And I'd watched all the Loki TV series as well because a lot of that's mentioned, so that does help. Right, Adam's got Rebel Ridge, so that went under the radar, but it had quite a lot of an acclaim, and a lot of film fans really, really loved it because it was kind of a redemption thing in small town America, but you didn't need over the top violence. And it was very subtle in its physicality, and it was just really different. So, that's a really nice way to do it. You don't have to have all the hardcore action to make you feel that vengeance is part of his experience. I just thought he was so calm with it all. It was just really well put together. So Jess, do you know much about this? I'm not even sure it's come up that much really so far.
No, I actually hadn't heard of it, so I pulled it up in the background, and yeah, it looks like a very intriguing movie for sure.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, check out Jess, quite interesting. And for Mike's sixth spot, we have Better Man getting its first appearance. It's only just come out, so this I'm not sure how Americans may know about Robbie Williams originally from Take That, and he did songs like Rock DJ and Angels. So you know, pretty impressive career. But the Americans, based on box office, so far it's been released in a small amount of cinemas, and it's just been a disaster so far over there. Oh, here it's doing great. So this is Robin Williams' biopic, but he's played by a chimpanzee. So he didn't want a generic biopic, so it sounds ridiculous, but if you watch the trailer, it looks really good. My dad loved it. What's it here? It looks really good. You even forget, even the trailer, he's a chimpanzee. It's so clever, a way of, because he felt like he was very different to other people out in the world. He felt like he didn't fit in, and I thought that's a really nice touch to make yourself an animal amongst humans. I thought it was genius, but Some people did not. So, Jess, are you excited to see a biopic with a chimpanzee playing the lead character?
This is very interesting. I don't think I've heard of it at all, which is crazy because I love Robin Williams. So it'll be interesting. I'll definitely have to look more into the preview and see how exactly they make this happen. So interesting.
It has been received well by those who have watched it, but people are not planning to watch it in the first place because they think it sounds stupid or weird. So they're not even giving it a chance. And I think that's where they shot themselves in the foot, basically. They should have, like, I don't know, marketed it somehow, but actually when you watch it, apparently it's really, really lovely and really powerful. But it's too late because the storyline is worked against you a bit, so tricky. Right, James has got Joker 2, Folie à Deux, in 6th spot, so I thought that might come up on someone's list here today, so it's had very mixed reviews out there in the world, but I'm glad James has faith in it. I haven't seen the first one yet. I'm not sure I'm going to get round to the two of them, but Jess, any thoughts on Joker or Joker 2? Is it your vibe?
I liked the first one. I did. I have heard really bad things about the second one. I will say I didn't expect it to be a musical. So I think that's the biggest thing, is a lot of people went into it thinking it was going to be more like the first one, and it's kind of a completely different vibe. Yeah, I would have been greatly surprised if we went to see it and it turned out to be a musical, and I'm pretty sure my husband would have been pretty let down that it took him to a musical.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's got a bit controversial to say musical, but breaking into random songs probably something they should have told people.
74034, mission, I'll be on post.
I'm sure it was probably in the marketing somewhere, but some people don't do marketing, do they? They want to just see it organically for the first time and not have clips. So, yeah, it was an interesting production choice, I have to say. All right, Jess, that's you. So what have you got for 6th spot?
And for number 6, I have The Boys in the Boys.
Tell me more, because it's on my list. I promise I will watch it one day because it looks so good. So remind me quickly why.
So this is the story about a rowing team. It's based on a true story, and it is the University of Washington's story of the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, and how they just completely made history from the get-go at the height of the Great Depression. And it's a beautiful story about just all the resilience, the determination that these guys had. And it follows a few main characters and how they even found out about rowing, got on rowing. So of course, rowing is a big part of my life, so it has this special part, but it also has some really good themes, and based on a true story about a great part in history where we just completely changed history that year. So pretty cool.
Yeah, amazing. I honestly can't wait. I just, because of this show, we have so much homework, don't we? It's incredible. Because I only just started watching Oppenheimer, so I'm about a million hours into Oppenheimer. So I'm trying to fit all that in. All right, Ezra's got Paddington 3. Paddington in Peru. He's got that in 6th spot. So I did ask him about that. You know, but he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure." So he went for 6th in the end. I love the first two. Apparently, this one isn't quite as good because they're not in London and they go to Peru, and a lot of it's set in sort of one location. And a lot of people say the charm of Paddington is watching his bear communicating with Londoners and living in a big city, and that's kind of what makes it really lovely and cool and sweet. But him going on travels with his family just didn't quite work. So I'm a bit scared about going into it when I watch it. But Jess, what is your relationship with Paddington as an American? How does that go down?
I wasn't exposed to it as a kid, and I
jump in your
watched
car, hit the
the
gas, and leave the
first.
cops in the dust.
It's
Go to
kind of
Rashalla.
touchy.
He'll clear
I
your
remember bits and
wanted
pieces
level
of it,
for
so I don't have
in
a
our day,
huge
folks
connection
like that
to
weren't
it. I don't
valuable.
think that it's maybe as popular in youth here growing up as it is over there. But it looks like a sweet movie. I didn't realize there was a third one though. So, oops.
Nah, it's all right. Like, yeah, I wasn't expecting. It's good that you're not fully connected to it. It's not good you don't want to see it, you don't like it. It's there for you to change. A bit like Once and Gromit. It was huge over here, but a lot of people over there made it. Right, so we have in my fifth spot, we have Roadhouse. So I know people are shouting at it, ridiculous. Many people liked it. I loved it. So take that. So Jake Gyllenhaal is great in it. It's not really too linked to the first one. It doesn't follow on anything particularly. It's just taking the franchise, I suppose, and intellectual property. Conor McGregor is absolutely nutcase in it, boxer. And he got loads of screen time, way more screen time than anyone would have thought. But I just love the fight scenes. I liked Gyllenhaal's moody, kind of whingy, go on, smile mate type character. So I loved it. I had a lot of fun with it. So Jess, I know you probably didn't agree with much, but was there something in there that you could enjoy?
Spoiler, not on my top 8 list, but I did think it was good. I at first was hesitant because of the remake situation. Remakes always are icky at times, but I thought it was very enjoyable, and I do love Conor McGregor, so that was awesome. I definitely think if someone hasn't watched it, I'd say give it a go, because I think it was still a really great, enjoyable movie, and like you said, it wasn't a complete replica. They just took a lot of some of the same aspects of the first one and then made another one. So yeah, still good.
I loved it. Right, Adam has got Deadpool and Wolverine, so we'll talk about Wolverine today. So it's got a little bump up my list. So up there. My dad has gone for Wicked, so it's the first time we've probably from that today. And we'll see it's doing insanely well at box office. It's supposed to be absolutely amazing, so well put together. Singing is incredible, acting is incredible. I don't think we can expect anything less from this. I'm really super excited to see it. I just need it to go down a bit in price on streaming services, but I'm up for it. It's really cool. My dad will sort of share his thoughts on this in a bit on the audio clips that we've got. So Jess, how are you feeling about Wicked? Are you excited for it, interested in it?
I am excited for it. The length is what's kind of getting me. I can't get my husband out that long, and then I'm working on a new caregiver schedule, so I'm hoping I can catch it in theaters, because I think that will be a really good one to be immersed in a theater with the surround sound and everything. And I have a couple friends who have offered to go watch it again with me, because that's how much they loved it.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Well, of course, it's kind of thing you go back with, but it's for a group of friends. It's lovely. That's what it's really for. That's where cinema's really magical, I think. James has got Monkey Man, so it's popped up again. Again, Dead Patel's directing debut. I'll talk about that later, because it's much higher on my list. But yeah, he's going to share his audio labels as well. So Jess, what have you got fifth? What have you got for us?
And my number 5th spot is Young Woman and the Sea, which was even on my list of movies that I was looking forward to watching, so I'm excited for that.
So yeah, that's Daisy Ridley, based on the true story of swimming. So, tell me more. You're the expert.
Yes, it is. It's based on a true story. Another Olympic story here. Trudy Ederly. Oh, I knew I was going to butcher that last name now. It's an amazing story, again, of resilience and how she had to fight to even be allowed to get in a pool and swim for multiple different reasons, and then she had to constantly prove her worth. So she is the first woman to complete the trek. It's 29 miles from France to England. So she swam across there, and the first woman, and I think it's something amazing. Like, she's even like in the first 20 people ever to do it, but she was the first woman, and just what she had to battle through to be able to accomplish that is amazing. So great story, good old based on a true story. Gotta love it. I greatly enjoyed it. And there was some controversy over Daisy Ridley playing an American, but honestly, I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a beautiful story, and that the accent didn't take away from the theme. So
yeah, that is interesting. I love Daisy Ridley anyway, so I'm really looking forward to it. But this kind of English American swapping roles, playing characters, it's as old as time. As old as cinema's been around. It's not going anywhere. I've got to get used to it. There's so many English people coming over and taking American actors' jobs and putting on the accent. So like Beekeeper, Jason Statham, he tries to go with the American accent. I'm not too sure it really worked. I said, Statham, just use your own voice, mate. All right? That's what makes you an absolute legend. So yeah, great. Young Woman C. So we'll see, guys, we're getting loads of films getting included here, which is lovely. Right, so we've got Inside Out in fifth. So we'll talk about that a bit later on Jess's list. But yeah, as for Inside Out 2, which is great because I always worry like with that film, with the emotions and how the brain works. I'm like, you know, a kid's going to be like, especially the emotions bit. A kid's going to be like, oh, I'm not too sure about this, or even a bit worried, like, oh, what is anxiety? Depending on their age group. But it seems to have connected with all ages, so fair play to it. Great stuff.